the 100th birthday for the Osseo Maple Grove American Legion. We talked with a few of the Post members about what the Legion means to them.
We're more than just a social club. We're a veterans organization serving the community, serving our children and youth.
Marlon Ronning has been with Post 172 for a long time.
Almost half of its history.
And he's seen it change a lot.
When I became a member 45 years ago, we had just the cement walls upstairs. But this was where the activities took place.
This room holds a lot of memories for Marlon. And for him, that's what makes today worth celebrating.
You'll only get to be 100 years once. So you might as well be able to celebrate it.
Other members agree.
It's always been a part of me and in the last 10 years, and I wouldn't turn it down.
With 10 years under his belt, past Commander Douglas Towns, the new kid compared to Marlon, but he's just as passionate about the Post.
I just love the Legion. I think that I've always had a spot in my heart for the American Legion.
For Jeff Strand, it's also a responsibility.
That's the whole thing of what I'm doing here. I'm still paying that debt from 1970, so that's a long time ago.
Is it a debt that can be paid?
No, never.
Jeff was drafted for Vietnam but wasn't sent, so he joined the Sons of the American Legion and does his best to make the Post a success.
It's fun to watch this whole thing grow, and it's been growing ever since.
But perhaps it's Marlon's wife, Chris, who has the most poignant feelings for the Legion. She served in a number of local and national leadership roles with the auxiliary and has immense pride in her post.
You go to other posts or units, and there's always someone will bring Osseo up, say, you know, you have a beautiful place.
She doesn't just see the Legion as a veterans club, and for a very special reason.
I look at it as a family. Especially right now. Another auxiliary member donated a kidney to me 3 months ago. That's family.
Stories like that are why the members we spoke with are ready to celebrate this 100th birthday of the Post. And they're confident it'll still be around for its bicentennial. And the Legion is always looking for new members. If you'd like more information on how to join, we've got it on our website, ccxmedia.org. 2 vacant storefronts at a New Hope strip mall now have a second life thanks to one of Minnesota's top fitness chains.
So this is the new yoga studio, and this studio will have over 100 classes a month, ranging from unheated to heated yoga for beginners to people who do yoga all the time.
A yoga studio is one of several new additions to the Lifetime Fitness in New Hope. The yoga studio takes over a vacant space that was once home to a liquor store. But that's not the only empty storefront that's gotten a revamp. The company's CEO owns the entire building and decided to build a new group training studio in a space formerly occupied by a Blockbuster Video. That part of the gym will be the new home of Lifetime's GTX program.
Yeah, it's awesome. We're actually the only standalone GTX studio in Lifetime, so it's pretty awesome to be the first one to have a standalone space and just to pilot it and see how it goes, and everybody's been loving it.
The New Hope Lifetime will have a grand opening celebration on October 19th, where anyone can come check out the new space and try the classes free of charge. The holiday season is fast approaching, and a business in Plymouth has been preparing for months. Lynn Bush Roses is responsible for providing more than 100,000 poinsettas to local retailers. As Delane Cleveland reports, they're taking important steps to get the holiday plants ready to be shipped out before Thanksgiving.
The holiday season traditionally kicks off in late November.
Yeah.
But in this Plymouth warehouse,
It's been an ongoing process.
Thanksgiving and Christmas have been on their minds for months.
Roughly, yeah.
Lynn Bush Rose's employee, Mandy Bergine, is hard at work getting poinsettas ready for the next step in their growth process.
Right now, what we're doing is we're kind of taking the tallest plant down to the smallest one, and then we put on these little cages to help them grow a little bit bigger than what they are now.
Once the plants get their cages, they're placed on a conveyor belt. Then a mechanical arm puts them on a large tray that spaces them out to precise specifications. With Thanksgiving less than 2 months away, it's a task that takes up a lot of Mandy's time.
A lot. I don't know how many exactly we've done so far, but I know we've done a lot.
And when she says a lot,
we are out in a house full of our first batch of poinsettas, and you can see that they are starting to turn colors.
it's something you have to see to believe.
There is 150,000 poinsettas.
Much of the joy that comes from the holidays is derived from the colorful decorations of the season, and poinsettas make up a big part of that. But getting to that point,
we measure them every week so we know the growth rate and whether they need to be slowed down or picked up.
requires months of tender, loving care before they hit store shelves.
There's a lot of math involved, not just in the spacing, but the timing of the decisions, the decision to spray if needed. Also, when these plants move from where they were in the light to out here into the dark.
Many of these poinsettas were first planted in July, and as long as the technicians give them enough room to grow and provide them with the proper attention, they'll soon turn the familiar shade of red. By mid-November, the plants will be ready for the next step of their journey.
On average, 26 weeks we look at these, so when it comes time to start painting, sparkling, harvesting, it's kind of like time to go.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Thanks, Delane. And there's still one more step before the staff members at Lynn Bush Roses are ready to ship off the poinsettas. And we will head back out there in mid-November to capture that part of the process. So stay tuned.
Maple Grove's girls soccer team is having an outstanding season. The third-ranked Crimson looked to score their biggest win of the year when they hosted #1 Andover. Less than ideal conditions in the rain at Maple Grove. Maple Grove gets a scoring chance late in the first half, but the shot by Lauren Bredensteiner sails just wide, and the game remains scoreless. Later in the half, a big sequence. The crossing pass short hops the Huskies goalkeeper here. Kelly Klontz is knocked down as she attempts the shot. A foul is called, resulting in a penalty kick. And Haley Daiba will put it away for Maple Grove, hooking the left-footed shot in as the Crimson lead it 1-0 at halftime. Second half, and off the Luca Ralph corner kick, Abby Schulte heads it off the turf and in to give Maple Grove a 2-0 lead as they beat the top-ranked Huskies by that 2-0 score. However, the Crimson lost to Coon Rapids on Thursday. In boys soccer, Park Center hosted Anoka. First half, Chief Williams spins past the Anoka defender and his shot is off the goalie and it trickles in for a 1-0 Pirates lead. Second half, Daniel Solano Herrera heads the throw into Eddie Swen and he gets the header to go. It's his second of the game. Park Center goes on to win 5-1. The playoffs start in the week ahead. The Wayzata Volleyball team should be in position to make a strong postseason run. Jason Malillo caught up with the third-ranked Trojans and has this report.
As the regular season winds down, the 17-2 Trojans are still aiming to find their high gear.
I don't think they've really put it all together yet. Like, we've had individuals and, you know, a subset of the team do really well on individual nights, but we haven't had really the whole team come together in any particular match yet, in my opinion. And I was telling a parent the other day, watch out when it happens. It's going to be pretty exciting. We're just fighting to get there.
We have so much potential that we can bring out, and hopefully we actually reach our potential, which I definitely think we will, just because we have so much talent on this team, and just reaching our potential is definitely our goal, just to play the best volleyball day in and day out.
A lot of the seniors on this squad came up to varsity as sophomores, and they've had their ups and downs. Hopefully that puts them in a good position to handle the intensity and adversity of playoff volleyball.
If we would have told our sophomore selves that we would be ranked #3 in the state our senior year, like heading for potentially a conference championship and a section championship, like I think our minds would have been absolutely blown.
Sophomore season, like we just learned a lot that we have to just play better and grow up as players, to just fight, like give everything and fight.
Wayzata hasn't made the state tournament since 2010 when assistant coach Bree Adams was a top hitter for the Trojans. But this 2019 team certainly has the talent, experience, and chemistry to get Wayzata back to state. Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
Wayzata added a win over Eden Prairie on Thursday, and you'll be able to see them in action live Monday night here on CCX when they host Hill Murray. Two of Wayzata's challengers in Section 5-3A faced off this week as defending section and state champion Champlin Park faced Osseo in Northwest Suburban Conference play. Early in the first set, Osseo's Ali Hinsey comes up with an ace serve, and it's a 5-3 lead for the Orioles. The Rebels answer though. Megan Panzer with a back set to Jordan Stalpas, who hammers it down for a kill. It's part of an 8-2 scoring run for the Rebels. Late in the first set, Champlin Park's Sammy Hilly gets up for a block. 1 of 5 for her on the night. The Rebels win the first set 25-21. They jump out to an early lead in the second. Taylor Hillman finds the opening in the defense and pushes it deep. She has 10 kills in the match. The Orioles respond though. Kennedy Nelson sets the ball out to Lindy Odry, whose kill puts Osseo within 2 at 18-16. Champlin Park takes off from there though. Hilly unloads for a kill. She finishes with 12. The Rebels win again 25-21. And they are never challenged in the third. Stalpas with another of her match-high 13 kills. Champlin Park takes it 25-9 in the third set for the sweep and their 5th straight win.